Hello, and welcome to the cozymeadowknits podcast, episode 3. My name is Sophie, and I am coming to you from New Brunswick, Canada, where I live with my husband and 2 kids. I have a daughter who is 12 and a son who is 10. This is primarily a knitting podcast where I share my current makes and what I'd like to be knitting. I do sew a tiny bit. If ever I make anything cool, I will definitely share, but I don't have any sewing to share right now. So you can find me on Instagram as Sophie's Knits and Things. I'm also on Ravelry as cozymeadowknits. And yeah, all of my projects that I will talk about, I have Ravelry pages for that, project pages. So all the details, the yarn and whatnot will be there, and I'll have all the information linked below for you to find me. Okay, so it is, it's not December yet, it is November 30th. It is Tuesday night. So I'm saying this because I don't know if you see there, I don't know if the lighting's good. I hope the lighting is okay for you guys because it is very dark and because it's nighttime, of course. But yeah, it's the house doesn't have a lot of lighting, so I have like a big lamp right here. So hopefully I'll watch some footage and see if it's good enough to post. But I really wanted to podcast. I really wanted to record this past weekend, but we were just too busy and I don't know, time just flew by. And I really wanted to pop in just before December. So yeah, thank you so much for the people who are returning viewers. Thank you so much for coming back, and welcome to any new viewers. Yeah, so anyways, let's just start with a knitting talk, okay? I will start with what I am wearing. Today I am wearing my Whitmore sweater, and I finished it. I bound off the last sleeve, which is here because I didn't weave in my ends yet. So I bounded off my last sleeve on Saturday night, and I was so excited, and I wanted to try it on. And immediately after trying it on and looking in the mirror, I got so discouraged. No fault to the pattern. As you can see, this sweater is delicious. The yarn is amazing. I've talked about it before in my other 2 episodes, and just the yoke is amazing. Look at the detail. It is not a hard pattern at all to make. The lace looks very complicated and it's not. It's just, oh, I love it so much. But, so I will show you what I do not like of the sweater, and it's not the pattern. This is totally my fault. So I really like the length of it, how I did it. I'll show you the back. Hopefully you can see. So, okay, what I do not like are the sleeves. Now, if you can see, the sleeves that I chose to make are kind of like the bell or the bishop sleeves, I think she calls them, in the pattern. And really on camera, it doesn't look that bad at all, actually. It looks better on camera than in real life. But the sleeves are well made, like they fit great, but I'll sit back down, so, okay, because I'm really hot. Okay, so yeah, the pattern has two sleeves options. There is the bishop or the bell sleeve, and this is what I wanted to do. I chose this. And the other option is just a straight kind of like tapered sleeve, which is the one that I should have done. Cause I don't know, like, and it really, looking at it on the camera, I can see myself on the camera right now, and it doesn't look ridiculous, but when I put it on and I look in the mirror, it looks ridiculous. And I was so discouraged. So discouraged. Oh my goodness. I was so mad. Well, not mad. It's just, I was really discouraged because when you work on a sweater, when you work on a large project and you get so excited and you finish it and then you notice that A, it's too short, or B, you don't like the look of it on yourself. But yeah, so very discouraged. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rip back both sleeves and I'm going to do the tapered sleeve. I don't know when I'm going to do this. I want to do it soon because I want to wear this baby. Like, oh, I really, really do love it. And I know when I'm going to wear it at work, I'm going to be like, I think I'm going to be like this the whole time at work. It is so soft. It's so soft and it's super warm. Right now it's hot in my house. So, but at work I am going to love it. And other than that, I love the fit. Just the sleeves. So on Saturday night, I finished the last sleeve, put it on, I tried it on, and I was looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, what? I'm not digging it. So I think it's because like I've got some frump in, you know, like in the midsection here, you know. It's not bad, but you know, I think there's just too much material and I don't want to draw more attention to that area. So I went downstairs, my whole family was there, my son, my daughter, and my husband, and they were all watching TV, and I just stood in front of the TV and I was like, I want your honest opinion. Do you like the sleeves? And that's all I said. And oh yeah, okay, so I said, do you like the sleeves? And what I had done is on one of my sleeves, I had kind of like cinched it, and like I think it was a hair clip that was holding it like this. So it kind of looked like it was tapered. This looks ridiculous, but anyways, I hope you get the story. But yeah, so anyway, so all they saw was a tighter sleeve and then my bell sleeve. And I was like, which one do you like best? And my husband looked at both and he's like, he liked the tighter sleeve. He's like, that looks better. And I'm like, okay, that's good, thank you. And then I looked at my daughter and she's like totally into fashion right now. So I was like, which one do you like? And she is totally into the oversized clothing and everything, like poofs and whatever. She loves all that stuff. So obviously she says the bell sleeve. I was like, okay. And then I looked at my son and I'm like, which one do you like best? And he just looks at me and he's like, what? Oh, we laughed because he had no idea what was going on. He wasn't paying attention and he was just looking. And I was like, which sleeve do you like best? He's like, I don't know. And so anyway, he had to be there, but still it was hilarious. So yeah, looking back, I'm gonna do the tapered sleeves. I'm gonna put this in a timeout though for a couple of weeks, and once I do that, after a couple of weeks, I should be good, and then I'll just rip it and then just start over and I'll be fine. I really want to be able to wear this winter, like I said. Anyway, yada yada. That's my story of my Whitmore. I'm so sad. But I wanted to share the story. I almost didn't wear this and I didn't want to show you guys before it was all like ripped up again and done over. I just thought maybe that some of you would relate to be so excited about a project and finishing it and then it just is not working out. So, but we persevere, and we start over and we have so much patience, and yeah, so that's my Whitmore story. The pattern, my Ravelry page again has all the details. The yarn, I'll just say quickly what the yarn is. The yarn is from Alley Cat Yarns. She is a yarn dyer from Ontario. Delicious. It's on this is a fingering weight yarn, and I am holding it with a strand. I'll show you. I am holding it with a strand of mohair, and it's the Sandnesgarn mohair. And the color of the Alley Cat yarns is dark teal. Delicious. She has so many great colors. You should really check her out. It will be linked down below. Okay, so that story is over now. Thank you for joining me for that story. Okay, so what else have I been working on? It's been a couple weeks, so I was contacted. I have 2 more finished objects. I was contacted by someone, and I'm not gonna say who, but anyway, I was contacted by someone and they wanted me to make some knits, to knit something for a present for them. So I usually don't do that. I don't, because I don't like time restraints. I don't know. I just go at my own pace and I work on what I want to work. But the person that the gift is going to is, I know they are knit. I know that they are knit worthy. So, and I really like this person. So yeah, I agreed. I said, okay. So at first I wanted to make socks because I was thinking, I was contacted a couple weeks ago, and the first thing I thought, I'll make some socks for them. I know that they will wear them, and I know they're going to appreciate them, and they're going to love them. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to make socks. No, I went to my local yarn shop, which is La Violette Yarn Gifts and Co. I will link below. I'm mentioning it because actually one of the viewers were asking about it, so I'll link her below. Okay, so yeah, so I go to the yarn shop and I talk to the lovely Diane who works there, and I was telling her about this, and I was like, I was looking at sock yarn, and she was like, you are going to knit socks for someone that you don't really, you've never made socks for before or anything? And I'm like, no. I'm like, well, yeah, that's what I want to do. And she's like, okay. And then I started thinking, I'm like, oh gosh, am I doing the right thing? First of all, I'm not the fastest sock knitter. I've knit a couple of socks for myself, yada yada. Anyway, thinking back, I started to worry because I was like, what happens if those socks don't fit? And I'm like, oh gosh, oh my goodness. I was like, what am I gonna do? And what size should I make? And I just remembered that I had problems with making socks for myself and I can try them on, right? And I'm like, I don't think this is a good idea. So thank you, Diane, for talking me out of it in a way. She didn't really talk me out of it, but yeah, I'm just really glad we talked it out. And yeah, so I made the decision to not make socks. I decided to make a hat and a cowl. So those are the two finished objects that I have. I'll show you right now. I'm very chatty tonight. Sorry about that. I told my husband, I'm like, I'm gonna podcast. This is gonna be really quick. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be too quick. So this is the hat that I made. This is the Barley Hat. I don't know if you can see it. This is the Barley Hat from Tin Can Knits. So I was looking at hat patterns. This is a free pattern and it's a lovely pattern. It comes in different sizes. I think there's kid sizes and adult sizes. So yeah, it's really, really nice. I'll show it closer. So it has this garter stitch detail in the middle or in a section of the hat. So I made size large. I made the size large. And I think it's really large. So yeah, so Saturday was another, I blocked this and it smells delicious. I love it. So I blocked it and so I was trying it on and I'm really not a hat person. As you can see, hats do not look good on me at all. Anyway, so it's very loose. And if you can see, it's very slouchy, in which I know, I can't see, can you see? Okay, so I wasn't sure, I don't know. I followed the pattern and the pattern is awesome. So I highly recommend the pattern. I just think that maybe I knit just a little bit too much. I don't know. I think this person though can definitely pull off a slouch. I just don't know if it's going to be too big for him. So I was debating on knitting another one in a size medium. I don't know what to do. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe we can just give the gift. And if it doesn't fit and he doesn't like the fit, then I will knit the medium. It took me like 3 days to make this hat. And I don't know why. I just don't want to knit it again right now. I'm not the type of knitter that can knit over and over the same thing. I need a break from a project and I got to move on to something else. So maybe I'll knit the hat again in a week and we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But it's finished and it's really nice. The yarn is from Legacy Lane Fiber. That's a shop. That is a shop in Sussex, New Brunswick that I visited like a month ago now. Jeez, time flies. So the yarn, it's BFL yarn and it bloomed and it softened a lot. It was a bit rustic to knit with. But oh my goodness, like it totally softened up with blocking, with washing and blocking. So anyway, that's my Barley Hat. The pattern will be linked down below. Free pattern again, and it's awesome. It really is. I highly recommend it. So the next thing that I made, the second gift for this person, is a cowl. So I finished this cowl over the weekend and I blocked it as well. And this one, no complaint. Well, I didn't have any complaints about the hat, but I'm just scared on the sizing. But this is a cowl. I'm just trying. Okay, this is a cowl. And the name of this pattern is King Cove Cowl. It is a free pattern. It is a drops pattern. So I found it on Ravelry and it's a free pattern again. It's all it is knits and purls. That's it. Some ribbing at the top. And then it's kind of like 2x2 rib. Yes, kind of like a 2x2 rib, but it has like kind of garter stitch here in the middle. Anyway, very, very easy pattern. It's just like a 2-row repeat the whole way through. Three-quarters of the way in, you do an increase on, like, you do 10 increases on the garter kind of stitch, and so it gets a little bit wider on the bottom. And I just cast it off, loose, regular cast off, and it's very springy. I'll try it on. I'm really hot, but that's okay. That's okay. No, my hair's okay. And this is the cowl. And I love it. And I know this person will love it too. So again, it is made with the same wool. I had bought 2 skeins of that BFL wool at Legacy Lane Fiber Mill. And I highly recommend the wool. I highly recommend this pattern. This was a free pattern again, and I will link below. I have details on my Ravelry page. And so that's the cowl. I really like it. You can wear it like this, or I think in the picture of the pattern it's kind of like this. So, and it's a really nice like unisex pattern. Oh, my earring. No. Sorry, I'm gonna use the camera. I'm just gonna take the earring off. I don't want to. Here. Okay, it's good. What I'll do is I'll take my other earring off. So there, I'm balanced. Okay. That was my 3rd finished object. I have a couple whips. They're going to be quick. So the only other whip that I have that is kind of like interesting or impressive, well, not impressive, but I have more work done on it. This is my Clark sweater. Oh, I love it so much. The Clark Pullover by Jane Richmond. Okay, let me try to show it. So I knit a lot over a couple weekends, couple weeks. So as you can see, I separated for the sleeves, and this is a split hem, or yeah, is that what you would say? I don't know. So I did the back ribbing, and right now you can't really see that. I apologize. I just started the front ribbing, and you can't really see it, but yeah. And so I've only made 5 sweaters. I think I made 5 sweaters, and I always make them too short. I noticed that I bind off, and then I'm like, oh no, it's too short, and then I have to rip back and then knit a little bit more on the body and then do the ribbing. So on this one, I wanted to make sure that I didn't have to do that. So I went a little bit longer on the length, but other than that, I did do a modification. Not intentionally. So, okay. So if you can see, I'll show you. I don't really want to go too much into details on the pattern, but you can see there's stripes all over. So the pattern, this is the true stripe that the pattern calls for, like the height. the height, right? Ooh, words are hard tonight. So this is the right size of this stripe and the right size of this dark gray stripe. But it's hardly noticeable. And I'm telling you this because we are knitters and we love to show our mistakes or modifications, as a lot of us call, well, what I call them anyway. So I did this and then I continued on knitting. And then I noticed that the next stripe was a little bit wider than the first one. So what I was doing, I was knitting an extra row on this and I knit an extra row here, and I noticed my mistake right about here. And I was still in the raglan increases and I didn't know what to do. I was like, why did I do that? What am I doing wrong? Because I knew it looked a little bit different. Anyway, so I was thinking, I was like, okay, how can I fix this? And usually I don't have a problem ripping back. Like, it wasn't a lot to rip back. And this is just stockinette in the round, like just potato chips knitting, like totally the best TV knitting, awesome. Okay, so, but I was in the raglan increases and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna screw that up. I'm gonna not know which row I'm on the increase or whatever. So all I did was I just continued on putting on an extra row in the stripes. So the light gray stripe here and throughout the sweater is all the same size except for the first one. And the same for the dark gray is a row more all over the sweater except for the top one. It's a design. It's a Sophie design. Anyway, but I still love it and nobody's gonna notice. So just wanted to show that we all make mistakes, and I think one of the things with knitting is to know when you are comfortable to live with a mistake or you are comfortable fixing the mistake. And I think, like, for me, if it would have been like a gapping hole, like a big hole that's not supposed to be there, yes, I would rip back. Or if it would be color work and totally wrong and you can totally see the error, I would rip back. It hurts, but you do it and then it's totally worth it in the end, yes. But for this, I was like, no, this is fine. This is gonna be fine. And I just continued on and really it looks fine. So just wanted to share my little story about the Clark. I have a lot of stories today. So that's my Clark sweater. The yarn that I used is Estelle Double Knit. It's lovely yarn to work with. It is 50% wool and 50% acrylic. No, that's not true. I had worked with it before, but I never knitted a garment with it before. So it's very affordable, and it's really soft, and I think this is going to be it's super comfortable. I love the drape of it. I think this is going to be a very, very worn sweater for me. So yay. Okay, so that's my Clark sweater. I have a swatch to show and I have a little whip to show as well. Then that's it. Okay, so because my husband, I say that's it. I'm not in a hurry, but my husband is downstairs and my son, I think he's in his room now, playing his video games, and my daughter is FaceTiming someone, and I was like, I'm just gonna do a quick podcast. And so they're all being quiet. They're all very nice and kind. But yeah, so this is my next whip. So I don't have a lot to show because I just started at noon. So this is about like a half hour of knitting, or yeah, about half hour. So what it is, it's a cuff. It's a cuff of a sock. I'm not looking at the camera, sorry. So, and this is a Shorty sock. And, oops. This is the other sock. So I had completed this in, I think I did this in October. And it's just a Shorty sock. I'm not following a pattern. It is, I think I did 6 rows of 2x2 ribbing and then 6 rows of stock net, and then I started the heel flap. So it's a slip stitch heel flap and gusset. Oh, sorry, I don't know if you can see. Okay, it's just a regular vanilla sock. And then I just knitting around for however many stitches for my foot, which is, as you can see, I have long feet. I have long feet. Yeah, I'm short, but I have big feet. Ugh. Anyway, and a Kitchener toe. So that's the sock, and this is the second sock. So after my whole Whitmore fiasco, and I really didn't know what to work on anymore. On Sunday, I didn't feel like knitting, which is really weird because I knit every day. So yeah, I needed a little break of knitting, I think. I just needed to regroup. And I needed to start something that I loved and I wanted to do. It was for me, because I think the thing was too that the gift knitting is great for those of you who do that all the time. Wow. You guys are awesome. Because for me, I think next year, if I do gift knitting, I really have to start earlier. I don't like the time restraint or the scheduling. I don't know. I get too worked up. I'm scared to not be finished and whatever. So anyway, I just needed to start a little project for moi. So anyway, this yarn, I don't remember what it is, but it's in my project notes. It's really nice yarn. I mentioned in my last podcast, but I forget, and I don't have the ball band with me. Okay, so that's my last whip, and I have a swatch to show you. If you want to laugh, you can laugh. It's okay, because I laughed a lot at it. So I bought, a couple of weeks ago, I bought yarn for my next sweater, which will be the Magnolia Bloom. So it's the Magnolia Bloom, and I can't wait to start it. And these are my baubles. Don't they look funny? Look at them. Oh, they look like they're sick. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Oh, I love the yarn. The yarn, again, oh my goodness. It's Cascade yarn. It is 100% Peruvian wool. It's linked down below. I will link it. But yeah, so, okay. So this is my swatch. I swatched. This is the second swatch that I did. As you can see, it's not a full swatch, but I was like, I need to practice the baubles. I've never done baubles before, and it shows. It shows. Oh, they look ridiculous. Oh, they look sick. I don't know why. They look like little viruses or something. Anyway, so some are okay, some are not. I know there's different ways of making baubles. I looked up a couple of tutorials on YouTube, but really what I was trying to do is to follow the pattern, and she explains how to make the baubles, and her explanation and how she makes them is super simple. So I want to do them that way, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong, because they look ridiculous. I don't know. I'm going to practice a little bit more on those before I cast on the sweater. So yeah, that's my last work in swatch progress. There you go. Okay, that's it. That's all I have to show. I hope, yeah, I hope you're all well. I didn't even tell you to have a warm drink. I don't have a drink tonight. Sorry. But I did have 2 coffees at work, so I'm coffeeed enough as it is. But yeah, I hope this wasn't too all over the place. I hope that you had some fun listening to my crazy stories, and hope you did some knitting. What else did I want to say? What have we been up to? I haven't been sharing too much about the family, just because I didn't know if anyone was interested. But yeah, I live a very, very boring life. And that's totally me. I love my boring life. I am a total hermit. If I could stay home all the time, oh my goodness, I'd be so happy. I love staying in the house, and I think it's because I love crafting. So I love knitting or crafting or doing stuff around the house. And when can I do that? Is when I'm in the house, right? So anyway, but life is busy. I don't always get to stay home. So my daughter's 12, so I try to do stuff with her, and we go shopping. She likes to go shopping. She likes to go shopping a lot. So we do that. And my son, he's hockey, and he's hockey or a gamer, like video games. So we are very glad that he's into hockey. So my husband is kind of like an assistant coach. He's not the coach, but he's on the bench with the guys. So I love to go see the games. I say I'm a hermit, but I do love going to see the games. They're fun. The parents that is on the team, everybody's really fun. All the mothers, we're like the loudest bunch in there. And we scream, but we don't scream like bad stuff. We're like, oh, c'est beau, oh, hey, John, go, John. And then we like encourage the other players, and then I yell out, like, it's not even that, I yell out like the wrong name to the player, and I'm like, ah, c'est beau, manig, and that wasn't even that, it wasn't even him, anyway. So, yeah. But I still love it, and I'm learning a lot about hockey, like offsides. Now I know what's an offside. I have a hard time with the icing calls, but offside, I know what it is now. And yeah, anyway, so I say all of this because 2 weekends ago we had a hockey tournament that was away. So we stayed 2 nights in a hotel, and there was a pool, and the kids had a great time, and lots of hockey. I did a little bit of shopping too, not a lot, but I did a little bit of shopping. We were in Bathurst, New Brunswick. It's a little town, but I like little towns. Like it was awesome. There was a candy shop. There was a candy shop or a candy depot. It's not a candy depot. It was a candy shop. And there was like chocolates in there, and oh my goodness, I bought like this chocolate popcorn and caramel chocolate popcorn, and anyways, all sorts of goodies. Oh, salt water taffy. Oh, there was like so many kinds. It was so delicious. I only bought a few, thank God. But yeah, I only bought a few. They're delicious. So if ever you are in Bathurst, New Brunswick, there's a really sweet candy shop there. There was a cafe right in front, and I got like I don't even remember what it was. It was like some sort of latte, mochaccino. I don't even know. But it was delicious, caramel something. So yeah, so we had fun. But yeah, it's I don't know. I was tired. I was so tired. So we stayed overnight. We stayed Friday night and Saturday night. On Sunday, I was pooped. Like, literally, I felt like I was on a hangover and I didn't even drink. I was so exhausted. And I don't know why, because like we slept, I slept surprisingly good for not being in my own bed. But yeah, I was exhausted. So I don't know how people do this like all the time. I was talking to another mother and she has 2 sons and they're both in hockey and they're not on the same team. And it was the 5th weekend in a row where they were staying in a hotel, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I didn't know. I had no idea how that was possible. And that woman was still standing because I was like ready to like fall over, and I had only been there for like 2 nights. So anyway, it was fun though, really fun. So yeah, that's basically our lives. Hockey, shopping, working, and knitting. Oh, and I baked too on the weekend. I did some baking, and that reminds me of the recipe that I would like to share. On every episode, I like to share a recipe. So this is yet again a baking recipe. I like to bake. So it is a cookie, and it's a chocolate chip oatmeal cookie. It's delicious. It's got cinnamon in that, so they're really good. The recipe, it's not my own recipe. I don't take credit for the recipe. I just share it. And the recipe is for 8 big oatmeal cookies. Now, I just make regular size cookies with it, and every time I do it, I forget that I should double the recipe. So I'm telling you now, if you want more than 20 cookies, you should double batch it. And I've done that before. They freeze beautifully, and you should try them. They are awesome. They've got, there's like a tablespoon of molasses in there too. So they're the perfect, like, this time of year cookie. Highly recommend it. And oh, so if you do make the cookies, I'm all excited because I love food. If you do make cookies, have some vanilla ice cream with it. It's amazing, amazing. I've been having that every night. I have to stop. Okay, so yeah, they're delicious. I hope you make them. If you have any recipes that you would like to share, please do. Actually, one of the viewers, I don't remember her name, but thank you to the viewer who shared a recipe. It was pork chops in apple pie filling. Apple pie filling, pork chops, stovetop stuffing. You stick that in the oven for like 45 minutes, and that's it. You enjoy, and it was awesome. It was really good. Highly recommend it. So thank you for sharing. And I made it. It was awesome. Everybody ate it. So A1 from me. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna cut it short. Well, it's not short. Actually, it's really long, and I apologize. I hope you're still there. Before I leave, I just wanted to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all the beautiful comments. People are so kind, so encouraging. This is just me. I am not a professional. I don't sell anything. This is just me and my knitting and my podcast. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to taking the time to comment. I read all the comments. Love them, love them. I love to hear where you're from. I've had so many comments from people close to here, which is awesome, and really far away. Like, it just blows my mind. I know the internet is worldwide, it's whatever, but still, it is so awesome to hear. And so I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you so much again for watching. If you want to like and subscribe, please do so. If not, that's okay. I'll see you. I will try to podcast maybe a little bit more in December, because I won't be doing Vlogmas. I really wanted to do Vlogmas, but it's just too busy. I can't do that daily, but I will try maybe to do maybe a video a week. I have an advent calendar. I was gonna forget. I got an advent calendar from Sweet Skein of Mine. I can't wait. Oh my goodness, it's tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first day of December. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I will try to take some footage of us opening our advents and share all the yarny goodness from that. And what else? I wanted to say something else and I forget. But again, yeah, I'm gonna try to maybe pop in maybe every week in December. I'm gonna try. Last but not least, the opening of my video is from my mom's house. I just wanted to say that, hi Mom, I don't know if you're still watching, but I went and I visited my parents. It had been a little while. They live 10 minutes from here, but COVID and everything was so busy. I hadn't been there in a little while, so on Friday, past Friday, I sat down with them and I visited. I was just by myself and we talked for hours and I got to see all her Christmas decorations, and she takes so much time and care to put it all up. So I was like, Mom, I'm gonna put it on my podcast. I'm gonna take a video of them. And so the opening of this episode will be from my mom's house. So I hope you enjoy, and happy knitting, be kind, be joyful, and for those of you who have Advents, have fun. I can't wait. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching so much. Thank you so much. Bye.